Thank you so much for joining this channel. So we already started a series on MCP, and we already done this two video, the MCP for developer. There is a paid playlist. Within that, we have two videos. One is what is MCP and model context, and MCP architecture. You can go through that. So today the discussion of topic is building a MCP server. So let me tell you that even though it is a practical agentic .NET channel, in case you know the .NET or C# is evolving with the AI, in case I'm facing any issue, right? Okay, building up something in the .NET, we will show into the Python. So in this MCP series, to make it more understandable for this those who are watching my channel. So I made this actually MCP Server.NET. The example I have taken, but after that when I created the project, I faced some issue. So the same thing I will explain in the Python, but the concept will be same. So let me open the another one. So MCP servers, when I say MC model context protocol, we already discussed that instead of connecting multiple tools, right, it's very difficult to manage. Why not MCP? We have MCP for Microsoft, MCP for Jira, have MCP for Gmail, MCP for Telegram, WhatsApp. That means just like you are using USB port from multiple things. That what is that? That we discussed already in the day 1 and day 2 in the video 1 and video 2. So in the video 3 or the episode 3 or the day 3, let me know day 3. So you'll understand what is the structure of MCP server, how we will set up the Python MCP SDK so that we can run as a server. We will create a MCP server, we will build and register and then run. So in episode 1 and 2, we learned the MCP, how we do architecture. That is very important before coming to the day 3. But in order to build the MCP server, we need a Python SDK. Just like we need a Microsoft SDK, it is a Python SDK. And later on, we will enhance this MCP server with tools. We will connect with the client. We will use prompt. So we will upgrade it. We will take it to the next level in the upcoming videos. So we are making an employee MCP server. Add number, current date, time, get employee details. Just like in the if you are executing a leave application or leave approval policy or leave details, you need like get leave, apply leave. Similarly, here we are getting employee information. So prerequisite, we have Python 3. Just like we know .NET framework, it is a Python. If you see. Is a .NET structure, .NET new. Here it is Python environment, activating this, and then SDK, MCP SDK. And for this, we have to install model context protocol. However, model context protocol is not working properly. That's the reason I moved to Python SDK, where MCP you can install. So MCP server have server application, service, model, and requirement is just like package.json. So initially MCP server register your first tool, run the server, and we will get this number of tools. How to run the server? We run Python server py. How we will test it? Just like you know that if you are writing an API, you can test it using Swagger. You can test it using Postman, right? Similarly, we have a inspector that we will install. I will already install. I will show it, and you can run it, and we can see what are the tools are there. So request flow, MCP client discover the tools, right? Because we are building up MCP server now with the tools. We will add more tools. Then we will in the upcoming videos we will use MCP client to discover that. Here, since we don't have any proper MCP client, we will use MCP client as MCP inspector. model context protocol that we will use. MCP client send JSON-RPC. We already discussed what is JSON-RPC request in this format and in the day 2. So MCP server execute the tool, return, the result is returned, and AI uses the result to generate the final response. So best practices validate input just like that. Okay, MCP server equals capabilities through tools. MCP inspector is the easiest way to test. Just like we have a test client for WCF, Postman or Swagger for API similarly. And in day 4 we will add more things, input validation, return, discovery. So we will show that. So now what I will show the code in the Visual, in the Python. I will show the what we have installed, how to run it, and then we will execute. So you can see that the project has been created, MCP server. We have created the environment, activated the license. How we have done that? Using these commands. And then we have done the installation. Once we install, then we have this employee name, ID, department. Employee service will return get employee. In server, what we have written, see, all tool are not MCP. If it is tagged with MCP under tool, then it is MCP. So we have what? We have add to number, current date, time, employee that we have created. These 3. And we have a hello also. So employee MCP servers will expose this, right? So how we will run that? We'll just paste it, Python server py. We'll go inside the project. Now it is started. Now we will use this. Now we will show the code. So you can see that this is server. Whichever method is tagged with MCP tool, that means it is a tools under MCP. All tools are not MCP until unless those tools are tagged by MCP. We have adding to number, hello, current date, time, employee. Employee data will come from employee service. This is the data. Okay, so let me run it. This is the command python server.py. Now we'll go to here. So how we executed that? You can see we have used npx model context protocol inspector. It starts listening to 6277 or 6274. The transport type is STDIO Python that we already mentioned over here. Transport type, command and argument. We have given these three, and also the program is running. So let's connect. So you can see we are getting a list. This is the tool list. See, hello, add current date time employee. So if I click on employee, so let me check the data. I have 1, 2, 3. Let me put the employee number 3, Sarah Johnson. See, the Sarah Johnson came. You want to check current date time. July 17th. You want to add 2 number. 14. Hello message. So hope you understand these 3 are executable, right? So that are being tagged. So MCP server, when actually put production, all these 4 methods will be available no matter when we do not need to make it available explicitly. Only the server will enough to connect that, right? That we will show from the client also, but as of now we have shown from the inspector. Hope this is fine. You understood what is MCP server. MCP server is nothing but, just like you going to the restaurant and asking, I need the food. You do not need to check who will bring vegetable, who will bring, kitchen resources, how they will make. That is there. Earlier, everything we are doing, right? We are preparing food, we are bringing fruits, vegetables, we are preparing with the gas and everything. Now, no need to, only you have to put an order. The restaurant, that manager will take care of that. Here, master manager is nothing but an MCP inspector. Inspector task is to check the, the public problem. So in the restaurant, the customer are the public who are being monitored by the MCP inspector. Inspector will take the request, and this tool will be execute to get the output. And also this output will be sent back to the LLM for find that better decision making. So hope this is okay for the MCP server. Next we will check how to work on this MCP tools in detail. Thank you.